Hi, I go by the name of Heinz, your friendly neighborhood ketchup man, and for some reason I am just unable to hear myself over on here. But yeah, let me just quickly. Well, that shouldn't be happening. But yeah, we are here discussing the entire, oh, not entire Kouri Richins trial, but on the ketchup preview show. This is where we get to go through what the next day may look like for trial. So this is the show where we breaking it down. So I want to go into what has happened on the Kouri Richins trial so far, because we are now going into day 4. Day 3, unfortunately, basically started off rather well. I think there was a moment in which there was given testimony and the judge had to strike what the testimony about Kouri being in jail, because you're not allowed to do that. So they had to strike that, and then there was scheduling issues. So that is essentially what basically happened that day, because the judge had to basically send the jury home and attend to whatever scheduling issue that he had to attend to. So it was nothing to do with the parties. And I was thinking, okay, that has happened. This is an opportunity to go ahead and look closer at that body cam video, because that essentially yesterday I made a prediction. I saw a prediction that based on the body cam video from day 1, what is essentially going to happen on how day 2 developed, we are going to see a situation in which the defense might argue that Kouri essentially was looking out for Eric. Of course, we don't know how close she was, with Eric in terms of how she was dealing with the Lyme disease issue that she had, and all of those things. So we don't know any of that, but we do know that the defense were basically saying that both of these guys had a happy relationship, and that stuck out to me for a number of reasons. So yeah, like I said, all of that is what stuck out to me from day 1, because when the body cam was played, we got to see how she essentially was reacting under pressure. So now, why are we all here? I go by the name of Heinz, your friendly neighbor ketchup man, and yeah, this is Ketchup Court, where we structure the chaos of trials to bring you a bit more clarity to what's going on, because there has been a bit of discourse around this body cam, and I looked at it and I thought maybe the context is possibly missing, and maybe I can provide some perspective that can, just give a bit more of an idea of what could be going on at this very moment, where Kouri was with law enforcement and first responders. So what I like to do on here is I believe that trials are, as a system, it can reveal a lot about human nature, and so I just aim to document as much as I can. You can check out the Ketchup Court website. That's where I have all my trial reports. Just to let you know, the preview streams are available on my website, because they get unlisted on the day after the trial monitoring is over with my members. So the links are in the description for that. So now let's get into day 1. Let's get into day 1, because I did call it a chaos on the day 1 stream. I did call it that. So we are gonna get into day 1, because like I said, a lot of people were having a lot of discourse around this camera, this body cam. I observed it. I thought, okay, if you believe she did it, that's fine. She did come across as a bit, even I said it myself, she came across as a bit, we can see through it, like we can see through a possible act. But that gave me another thought to explore, which was, and I said it on day 3 preview, which was the possibility that she was, just likely trying to, she was just not surprised that he died, because he has been hiding this from his family. That was my premise. That was what I thought the defense might capitalize on. So we are now gonna go into the body cam so that you guys can see. Let's play.
When our canned blood sugar is 458.
Oh.
Cam, you want to come out here?
No history. We had chest pain when we went to bed.
What's your first name? What's your first name? Yeah, let me talk to you out here for a second. Let them do their work in there. So what happened today? When you say we were fine, what time did you see him when he was alert?
We had a drink together at 9 to celebrate something at work tomorrow.
Okay.
We
went
had
to bed. I went to bed with my kids. He went to bed in our bed.
What time did you guys go to bed?
9:30.
9:30? Okay.
9:45.
And then what alerted you to him today, right now?
Yeah, when I just woke up, when I sleep with my kids, I'll wake up and I go back in my own bed.
Mm-hmm.
I just crawl over on his side.
And he was laying in bed? Okay.
He was on his back on the bed, and I just...
Okay. And you said he was on his back? Okay. Where are your children now?
One's asleep in that room, 2 are awake with their ear to the door. I don't want them to come out, please don't let them come out.
Where are the other 2 at that are awake?
No, hallway bedroom.
And where's that at?
Who's there? First one to your left.
Okay. Is there any family members we can call right now?
Yeah, I need to call my mom. I need to call my mom so bad.
Okay.
I think I don't know. 911's on the phone. I don't know.
Here. Okay.
I call my mom.
Yep. I'll give you a phone right now, okay?
I need to call his dad. He's gonna be okay, right? Like I got in bed and then I just got.
Yeah, they're doing their best, okay, ma'am? Here, you can use my phone.
Before we continue on, something I want to note, and she said key information here. She said that he was just fine. We were fine. I don't know why she said the word we, but this is probably where the where the state probably felt that the we could contextualize the divorce that Eric was basically going for. So this is probably where their theory comes from in regards to they were having family issues, and they are trying to maybe build a case from that little we were fine, because it's kind of like, what do you mean by we were fine? Where did that come from, kind of thing? And that's what stuck out to me immediately to make me think maybe this is why some people are looking at her side eye, because that's why I said we can see through it, because that's the filter I came in. I was like, okay, it's a bit different, but let me rest on it. Let me look back on my notes, and then I had and then that's when I had the idea on the day 3 stream, that perhaps the defense are going to build an argument around the fact that she was actually hiding Eric's drug problem. if that was ever the case. They might build a defense from that. I'm not saying they are. It's just a prediction. So and then key information. They went to bed at 9:30 to 9:45, and of course, this is the person that is introducing this body cam. Was Win. So she says, I need to call my mom, which she did, and then she keeps saying, I don't know what's happening. He wasn't breathing.
Mom? Mom? Mom?
Yes.
Go to my house. Go to my house.
What's going on?
I don't know. Something's wrong with Eric. The police came after us here. I don't know what's happening. He wasn't breathing. I don't know.
Who?
Eric.
Where's he at?
He's at my house. He's at my house. Can you go away?
I'm on my way.
I think my partner found your phone. Is this it right here? Does he have any medical conditions or anything like that?
He has Lyme's disease.
Lyme's disease?
Nothing major,
Okay.
Nothing
So
major.
no heart problems or anything like that?
no, he just said his chest was hurting when he went to bed, not, he doesn't drink enough water, when he gets on the bike downstairs, I don't know, it didn't make sense.
Keep in mind what she said about the fact that
He's really tired because he got his allergy shots yesterday morning
Okay.
with my son. They go to
keep in mind what she said about the chest. He said the chest was hurting, and also he was with my son.
And then when did you discover him? What time?
Now she also said he didn't take my his allergy shots. Again, all of this because this is something that the defense was going hard on day 2, that they were basically asking the medical examiner on day 2, Pamela Ulmer, I believe her name is, and she basically she was the one that performed the autopsy. And what Pamela was basically, she was being asked a question around, was there any allergies that that she could find? Let me actually go down to the trial report 1 second. Let's go. Let me actually share that. Let's go to 1 second. Let me actually go to it. I think it's here. This is the trial report. I think, yeah. So that was everything that was in his system, and I do believe they are gonna go through the hydrocodone, but they were asking if I can find it. That's Chelsea Gibbons. No, this is Uma. So Uma, if I can find it, did I record it? I hope I did, because it is. Nope, I did not. No, it's here. Oh, unfortunately, I did not record it. But it was asked. I just didn't record it at the time. But it is going to have. This is the one. Okay, I did. Oh, I did. Oh, I knew it. Okay, I was just looking in the wrong section. So on cross-examination, Alex Ramos actually did ask her, and and Oma acknowledges that she had limited knowledge and she can't testify to the allergic reactions that could be caused by fentanyl. And of course, they use fentanyl as potential allergic reactions, and there was nothing really that came up in the whole report that I thought could be indicative of having allergic reactions. So I think that the defense are going to build a defense around that, the potential that he was having an allergic reaction to the fentanyl, and the medical examiner cannot opine to whether this is possible or not. Are they going to bring in their own expert to basically opine to it? I have no idea. But it seems like they're trying to, in my honest opinion, they're going to try to reframe Kouri even getting the drugs. Like, she was the one getting it for him because she loves Eric and they were having a happy marriage. She didn't really approve of the lifestyle. They might even go down that route. That's why I had that idea the minute they two came in. And that's why I really believe that everything that was happening from that moment to now could have been processing. It could have been her just trying to process everything, because look at the scene that they're in. It could just be that reason, that she's just trying to process the death, trying to process, oh wow, I'm guilty for this. I got him the drugs. I enabled his habit. What could I have done differently? You know, and she's trying to say all of that without saying all of that, because she's around, she is around the police. She's around all these people. So she can't exactly say that, but she knows some, like, I may have done this, which is why I believe that the defense was so brazen on that, on that idea that it's possible that he was an addict himself. That's what I think. That's my interpretation. This could all unfold completely differently.
I got my phone. Maybe 3.
About 3.
Maybe 3:15.
Did you immediately call the 911?
Yeah, well, I mean, I got up and, well, as soon as I turned over and he was cold,
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like something was wrong. So, I mean, I just put the blanket on it because I just thought I should keep my room cold. So I just, and then I sat there for a minute and I just didn't feel like it's like breathing or anything. And so I just like,
Okay.
Alright, and it just felt so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I say it's processing is because there's a lot of repetition. It's like, it's a lot of saying the same thing over and over and over and over again, just trying. It's like trying to make sense of the situation. This happened. Why is this happening? All of those things. But remember the fact that she said, I want my mom here. So the mom is now here. So that's the next part that we are going to go in. And I do have to hold a bit here, because this did kind of make me feel, okay, maybe there's some risk if the defense were to go around with that idea, with that strategy that I think they might be going down in.
God, that number just kept ringing this morning, and I'm like,
Yeah, because we couldn't find her phone.
I thought somebody called from his cell phone, and then when you Google it, it says it's a spoof number. What? I'm gonna go up here to these people.
Mom, is the door closed, my room?
Yeah.
Yes, we.
They won't let me in. Is he still in?
So I'll explain to you what the process is right now. Because he was in good health and his age and everything like that. Okay, our medical examiner is going to come and do their investigation real quick, and then also our detective, just to make sure that everything's documented, correctly. And then from there, they'll explain to you what's going to happen. Most likely, what I'm thinking, because he has no serious health problems or anything like that. His age, most likely they're going to take his body to the
Oh my God.
medical examiner's office just to make sure that there wasn't anything else.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions for me right now?
No. He had allergy shots yesterday.
Yeah, and that's what she was saying.
Last night, when I was here.
What kind of allergy shots?
He gets weekly shots.
Him and his boy get weekly shots.
So we were both just feeling kind of,
Like seasonal allergies?
Yeah.
Okay, seasonal. And where was that at?
Park City.
Park City.
Family Medical?
No, Jeremy Ranch, Granger Medical.
Granger, okay.
Now, the reason why this is why I said I have to balance it a little bit, and I had to, like, the risk going by this is because the defense is also going by the shoddy investigation. They have to contain the possibility that going down that route might not benefit them, which is why I think they had to switch and not focus on the cup anymore, because I said that on my day 3 preview stream that they had to focus on the cup. Why didn't Alex Ramos ask the medical examiner about the lack of about how the impact of having the cup would have impacted her results? And it turns out, and I think this body cam moment, especially with them saying the allergy shots, etc., that's already in. But there was no way that the detective could have gone and looked around the scene and secured the scene, etc., because she is clearly not a suspect. She is in distraught. She is clearly, like, he probably must have read that she is in distress. He probably must have read that, and he didn't border off the scene. So that's what I think the pivot might be. They might actually be focusing more on the potential that he was probably having an allergic reaction. Allergic reaction to what? I have no idea. I don't know what the allergy such is about, but they could be building their case as we speak to rearguard and protect this whole allergy shots, because that could explain why. But then again, even saying that, why on earth would you take fentanyl when you know you're allergic to it, or when you know you might have potential to upset your allergies? That is, that is something that I think it's why Catherine Nestor was saying that pill bottle is going to be important later on, because I don't know, something just tells me that they might go to that. Nonetheless, we're gonna go to the next part here, and this is why I personally understand and think, okay, maybe this is why people are, thinking that she's faking it, etc. But this part is going to be very interesting as we get into a trial.
I can't even. I'll do it. I can't. It was fine. He was fine.
I'll do it. My sister's almost here.
Can you just please explain to them the process?
Yeah.
That they can't pass the threshold until
that's
it's really.
what you're doing? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Was that what you're doing, standing there?
Okay. Yeah, I
We
thought
got
you
it.
were like seeing if I was gonna pass out or something.
No,
'Cause I like my.
And that too,
I'm so shaky. I think I'm gonna stay sitting until out. I will go. It's okay.
Why do you have that stuff on his nose? It was like, what is that?
So, like I said, I'm not a medical personnel person, but what the ambulance said was he did have blood
I
in his
saw
mouth.
all the blood.
So,
everywhere.
they don't know. It might have been an aneurysm. They don't know.
His dad has blood clots. He had blood in his stuff. It was like, looked like snot or something.
Yeah, because when they do the CPR, it gets the blood flowing and it gets moving. And if it's not pumping, it'll.
Oh my God.
I gotta go.
When I was trying to just do the chest compressions, it just.
Now,
So Kouri, does he have any other medications except for that?
He has high cholesterol.
Where would he keep his medication?
Our house, not for that. Our house cleaner just cleaned. And I can't find where she put anything. But he doesn't take his Lyme disease doctor just is weaning him off of his Lyme disease medication, so he's just taking vitamins for that. We gave him something like for the pain because it causes him to, it just burns his body, so he has pain medicine. And
Is it that green bottle?
I honest to God don't know. I don't know. That was the one I found in his bag that he just took to St. George because we just went to St. George. I would assume that, but if that looked old to me, I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm sorry.
And that is it.
All right, so Deputy Wynn, I want to show you a couple other exhibits. They'll pop up on your screen there, and we'll kind of move through them. So first,
So that is it. The only thing that pretty much, I can't believe I'm saying this, but that is going to be a massive issue for the defense, and they can't, no matter how much you strategize, right? Her saying that she had given Eric CPR. That is going to be the battle of the experts right there, because in my opinion, for her to offer something like that, and then you have the possibility, especially with the first responders being on the scene and opining that there was no CPR performed beforehand, that is gonna sink the case. And I think that's because that just presents so many questions. Like, for example, why would you offer that testimony if you didn't do CPR? Is it out of guilt? Why would you feel guilty? There is so much to extrapolate from there. But what I'm looking at in all of this is, if she was the one to have administered the fentanyl and given him the fentanyl, right? Put it in his drink. Let's go intentional. This is obviously a possibility that, of course, she did it. She knows that fentanyl is toxic, and she doesn't want to get anything in his mouth or do anything like that. So she didn't want to give him that type of CPR. She didn't want to give him that help, and she'd rather call the police or something like that. That's all this is speaking to, and there's so much gray here for them to really. I want to see how this unfolds. Okay, so that is my time. So anyway, let me, like I always do on these preview shows, because we are now going to basically go into go into a trial room and monitor this stream, like, and observe and do a live analysis of this stream with the tastemakers. I want to as I always do, I want to play a video clip that I think best characterizes what we just saw and what they for, and possibly the rest of the trial could be about. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so we know about that whole infamous OJ scene, and of course I had a copyright strike on my last show where I left the clip music playing, so I had to put a bit of a source and order intro in there. But nonetheless, this is what that trial is shaping up to look like. Does this fit? Kouri is what we saw. Kouri Richins, is that what we saw, that portrayal, does it fit the evidence? Does the evidence fit Kouri in terms of the administering of the fentanyl? Does it actually go and flow towards Kouri? Well, I haven't seen the data because I believe that day 3 is going to be comprised of a lot of testimony from medics, etc., data analysts. We might get to see communications, and like I said on the day 3 preview stream, we are likely going to get the confidential informant who basically confessed to selling the drugs to Kouri Richins. It goes by the name of CL. Don't know her full name. And then we might see the lead detective in the end. Like, it's just so familiar to the Brian Walsh case, the way that happened, except for the stars, because the star is the only difference. But anyway, I'll just leave it there. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Yeah, so like I always, like I say, I just want to shout out to my members who are the tastemakers for, they make that these preview shows possible. And and I shall be monitoring this trial with them in the trial room where we always watch our trial. So make sure so if you want to join us, you're always welcome. Or wherever you are at, wherever you're going to watch the stream at, whatever channel, hopefully you guys enjoy the experience. And yeah, also I just want to say, check out the weekly docket. The links are in the description. This is where all our content flows through, and this is where it's uploaded, so you will never miss any release. The list is refreshed every 7 days. That every 7 days of upload is refreshed, and the cycle starts again. Best way to keep up to date, because the YouTube algorithm sometimes does not notify people. That's their problem to fix, but I'd rather show that. But nonetheless, hopefully wherever you're watching a trial, whether it's with us or on the original feed or with your favorite commentator, hopefully you enjoy. I'll see you tomorrow for the day 5 preview. Bye for now. Thank you everyone for tuning in for another Catch Up Court live stream. Make sure that you smash that like button as well as hitting that subscribe button to be notified of our future live streams. We go live regularly, bringing you case updates and recaps of ongoing trials, so make sure you hurry back on the next live stream. We also have more content on the channel that you can binge on. Check out the playlist that we have showcasing all of these contents. Without further, I go by the name of Heinz, your friendly neighborhood ketchup man, and I'll see